Did you ever see a car in a game? And then Google it? That's how I found the Mercedes CLK55 AMG. Not the usual hypercar. Not the loudest, or the fastest. But something about it felt different. Back in the early 2000s, AMG was still a bit of a mad scientist lab, not just a marketing badge. The CLK55 wasn't born to be famous. It wasn't in movies. It wasn't a poster car. But it had a secret. This car came from a time when Mercedes still built tanks in disguise. A time when AMG didn't care about lap times, just power and presence. The CLK55 looked elegant, maybe even soft, but under the hood, a naturally aspirated 5.4-liter V8. No turbos. No nonsense. Just brute force. It made 362 horsepower, in 2002. But the numbers? They never told the real story. The magic of the CLK55 was the way it felt. It wasn't trying to be a BMW M3. It was a different beast. Quieter. Angrier. Built to cruise at 150 miles per hour without blinking. Built for autobahns, not backroads. You didn't drive it fast, you arrived fast. The early 2000s were the golden age for AMG. Before Instagram. Before YouTubers slapped rap jobs on everything. Back then, AMG meant something different. It was still wild. Raw. Unrefined. It meant you were getting a big engine in a body that had no business going that fast. The CLK55 AMG looked like something your uncle might drive. But on the inside, it was a rocket ship in a tuxedo. 0 to 60 in just over 5 seconds. Rear-wheel drive. No traction control wizardry. Just you and the V8. And the best part? It made noise. Deep, thunderous noise. Not the artificial crackles of today, but pure mechanical fury. This car didn't ask for attention. It demanded it. Even in Forza, people notice it. Maybe they don't know why. Maybe they skip past it to grab the GTR or the Lambo. But something about this old Merc pulls you in. Because it's real. Honest. Heavy. You feel its weight. You feel its soul. This was AMG before the social media era. When cars weren't built for clout, they were built for character. Here's the thing, America wasn't supposed to care about cars like this. We had Mustangs. Camaros. Muscle with no manners. But the CLK55 snuck in. Quietly. Smoothly. And for those who paid attention, it changed everything. It was the muscle car. Evolved. Rear-wheel drive? Check. Big V8? Check. But with luxury. With class. With that German, don't mess with me, aura. And soon, people in the US started asking, what the hell is AMG? Because it wasn't just Mercedes. It was something darker. Louder. Meaner. The CLK55 was the gateway drug. It opened the door to the E55. The SL55. All those AMG monsters we now worship. But it all started with this, the elegant killer. The one that didn't need to shout to scare you. Americans didn't fall in love because it was flashy. We fell in love because it felt right. Because it was everything our muscle cars weren't, fast and smart. If you play Forza, you know how cars feel, even virtually. The CLK55 doesn't handle like a Ferrari. It's not a scalpel. It's a hammer. But that's the point. We're losing cars like this. Everything now is hybrid this, electric that. Fake exhaust sounds. Drive modes. Screens. So many screens. But the CLK55 was analog rage. It had real gauges. A real engine. Real weight. It didn't pretend to be your friend. It was dangerous. Elegant. Complicated. And that's what made it special. So if you see it in your Forza garage, take a moment. Drive it. Listen. This isn't just a forgotten car, it's a message. From a time when Mercedes built monsters in silence. Before AMG became a brand. Before speed had to come with software. The CLK-55 AMG wasn't perfect. That's why it was real. And real things, they never go out of style. If you enjoyed this, make sure to follow for more car stories like this one. There's a lot more coming.